Practice.
I know, and I still can't get it right.
Yeah, what hope do the rest of us have?
I mean, I get it all out, it's just, it doesn't, not in the right order. So, I'll let you sign that and we'll get going. That's the last thing you got anyways, isn't it?
It's more in the bag, but I can get around to it.
There's nothing in the orange.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, there's nothing in the orange.
Ben's coming in.
There he is.
Just heard the door.
There you are.
Oh, guess I missed that. Oh, pull that out, we'll need that later.
Well,
We'll
I
need that
didn't
later.
see that.
We'll need that later. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the work session of the Ware Board of Selectmen for October 16th, 2023. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yep. Oh, boy. Recognize Chief Moore.
So we have back with us Officer Seth Gilmet. He was a graduate of the New Hampshire Police Standards and Training Council Academy 186. He was employed by the Ware Police Department August of 21 through March of 23 when he left to go to the Manchester Police Department. He came and met with us and requested to be rehired. We talked internally, unanimous. He was a good officer when he left. He was initially hired at a step 4 with 120 hours annual vacation due to his military experience the first time he was here. We recommend rehiring at a step 4 also currently, which is $28.93 an hour. He has no college incentives. With his additional 2 years since he was originally hired, he would now be at an annual leave accrual rate of 150 hours. Training would consist of 1 to 2 weeks just to refamiliarize him with some new reporting systems we have, and his first day of work will be this Friday on October 20th, with the board's approval.
I'll entertain a motion.
There you go.
Thank you. There's the
You got it all.
hourly rate
Perfect.
and hours.
Perfect.
And can you repeat your last name for me?
Gilmet.
Gilmet. All right. All right. I'll make a motion that we hire Seth Gilmet as a full-time officer with the police department, coming in at a step 4 with 120 hours vacation.
150. Originally it was 120, now it's 150.
It's down there.
I see it.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. With 150 hours of annual leave accrual rate at an hourly rate of $28.93 an hour, starting this Friday, October 20th.
There a second?
Second.
Move and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes. I always screw this up 5 years. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I
Seth Gilman,
solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
discharge and perform all duties of me
as a full-time police officer
as a full-time police officer
according to the best of my abilities,
to the best of my abilities,
according to the rules and regulations,
according to the rules and regulations,
the Constitution,
the Constitution,
and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir. Look forward
You want a picture? You want a picture with?
No, he had it first time
Oh,
around.
all right, take your autograph then.
No mark, no crayon.
No crayons. No. Yeah, even ink.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back.
Do you have a badge?
Yeah, you got it.
Aye.
Ah, you just missed it. We're all done.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Got it?
Paul.
Pull it up.
All right, thank y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No,
Forward to it.
thank you.
Good to see you.
See you guys around?
Yep.
See you guys around.
All right, that brings us to adopt policy for unsealing non-public session minutes. I think this was just a final draft of what we'd already,
You had originally said the 9th, but you and I,
Yeah.
when we did the agenda, you wanted to do it tonight.
right, just because we had more time tonight, so. All right, so I'll entertain a motion, we accept it.
Make a motion that we accept the, what do you got?
Non-public meeting.
Non-public policy?
Is there a second? Second. Moving second, all those in favor? Aye. Aye. When it comes back this way, I'll loan you my pen. Oh, you want that stuff?
I do.
Oh, okay. There you go. Okay. Next one is the policy for legal opinions and contacting town council.
So what I did, I was unsure, you left it like this, all to the bottom. I would assume you want a signature block.
I would think so, right?
So
Okay.
this is what was sent to you, this is what I just added, the
signature block.
But what I did is, instead of making it look squished, I put that paragraph at the top of the second page and added a
Dateline.
signature block.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'll entertain a motion to accept the policy regarding legal opinions.
Second?
Okay, I guess I moved it. And Sherry seconded it. All those in favor? Aye.
Yes.
Trucking right along. Jump the gun. Yeah, easy now. I know we're trucking right along, but. Okay, and then we have the adopt forms and policy for right to know requests.
So, this was just the fillable form
Correct.
with the corrections, but there's nothing for you to sign.
Right, it was the final
It's just a
draft,
Form,
it was the final draft of what we had already discussed.
correct. You had
Right.
done this one
Yep,
with the corrections from that meeting.
and we had talked about putting the, putting the website on there, or the board's email address on there, and,
Which she
Yep.
did.
done.
Yep.
So there's really nothing to sign. So there's no adoption of a policy because the RSA is a state law.
okay,
Therefore, if you were fine with this, I'll send it down so to make sure.
Yeah.
I'll send down what you looked at if you want.
yeah, and then we go on the second page, we get rid of that,
Right.
yeah, where we moved it to the front.
Yep.
I think that was all we did. That was the only two alterations we made, really. Okay. All right. Cemetery deed changes.
Okay. If we're good with that, we'll move on to the town seal policy.
Do you have to adopt that form or no?
I don't, it's not a policy.
Recognize it.
It's not
Yeah.
a policy.
I think it's just the board's consensus is to adopt this. I think that's
Yeah.
suffice. As the preferred and recommended, way of requesting 91A material.
So I put Ricky and I talked about, when we set the agenda, the town seal policy, because I wasn't clear, if you want to, leave it alone and just attach the minutes of when it was approved and leave it like it sits without a signature, or do you want to readopt or not? I mean, we talked about it, but I was unsure, because the note just says something about TA and town council. So I'm asking what you guys want to do.
I had the question, are we allowed to put a restriction like that, where we say, hey, if you, so I guess two things. One, the RSA that was quoted, I believe, so this is, a question to the town council,
Yep.
refers to an actual, like, physical seal, like a notary seal. Like, so that's what it seems to describe, a way of, I forgot what term they actually use, but for actually, like,
Embossing seal?
yeah, but like, whatever the RSA says for finalizing documents, basically.
Okay.
I think that's what they're saying, is you can't make the town clerk pay for their own seal. The town has to provide one. So I don't think that particular RSA refers to like an actual
Town seal.
picture.
Okay.
So that's kind of one question. I don't know if a different RSA does, but then if we do have a picture, does it belong to the town, or is it in the public domain? If somebody chooses to deface it and put bumper stickers all over, like, can we even actually do anything about that?
Okay. All right. Let me get your questions answered, and I just wanted some clarification, that's all.
Okay. You want to allow a timeline up to that? We put a
It
timeline,
only take about 10 minutes. But
yeah, we put a timeline on everything else,
Yeah.
up to
An hour.
an hour, yeah. Okay.
Okay, can I ask one other, I know it's not on the agenda, but it would clear up what, had to do with the worksheet. The email that I got back from, said that spoke with assessing, attaches the document that she submitted. They're confused about the request from last night, as her document seems to be in the right order, and headers and footers are where they belong.
Yeah, so the copy of the document we got was not, the page numbers went 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, like the actual, the Word doc, page 1 was page 2, page 2 was page 3. And so I had just made the statement, hey, before that gets posted for download or something, let's make sure that's rearranged. But then the,
So this,
Document-
yeah, I see what you're saying. This here with the markup has page 2 first. I know what you're talking about. But this clean one has them in order.
yeah, that seemed correct. When we got the follow-up,
She has to use them by April 1st, December to April 1st.
Okay.
So are you okay with this, not the messed up pages?
yes.
Do you want this is okay to give her to use?
Should we accept that one?
Well, just take a peek. This is, I know what you're looking at now, because page 2 starts the front. That's the markup piece.
Okay. Again, this is the elderly exemption application per RSA 7239:39A.
I know there was discussion about the size of the font. I don't care if we make it another page if you want to increase the size of the font.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea.
It might not be a
for
bad idea.
Seniors.
The content is good, yeah. Oh, yeah, page 2, yeah.
right, yes, and that was
Yeah,
it. The content was
page 4.
fine, but
Yeah,
especially, page 3, where it's
yeah, it's so small.
filling out a whole bunch of account numbers and
Small
whatnot.
lines there.
Yeah.
And so at the first time we talked about it, we talked about like trying a different orientation and turn it into 2 pages, or just, I don't know, whatever it takes to.
We can divide it in half and make it bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that'd probably be best. And don't screw the pages up.
yeah.
They're numbered.
We probably have to do it in landscape, though.
I mean, we can leave it portrait and just make that application.
Make it a
a
second
two-page
page. Yeah,
application.
make it
It's not a
2-page.
big deal.
Right.
Because if you try to do that thing landscape and the rest are portrait, it makes a mess of the document.
Yeah, but if you make it bigger, it's gonna go off the page, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll go off the page.
If you restructure it, it may not.
Well, you can't, if you're gonna leave all this information, I think you're gonna have to flip
Well,
it.
you can go vertical with it, or you can flip it either way.
Yeah.
You can make the information this way, too,
Yeah,
probably. But as long as you're okay with it, we'll just. fix
I'm
it.
all right with the content,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, this is gonna go back on too. All right, manifest. An order treasurer to sign payroll accounts payables checks dated October 19th, 2023, as including the following manifest. A payroll manifest of $70,907.26 for weekly payroll, accounts payable of $168,253.60. Excuse me, John Stark for $250,000, Ware School District for $250,000, for a total of $739,160.86. Is there a second? Move and second, all in favor? Yes. Okay. So we're going to discuss this vacant selectman seat. And we got 2 email responses of offers to fulfill the seat. I reached out to a couple of individuals as well, got their nod of approval to be discussed. I did talk to town council. I did email you guys the correspondence that went back and forth. We can fulfill the seat to basically the two marks. We can go either fulfill the rest of the term, or we can fulfill to March 24, and then let the voters decide from March 24 for the one-year term. Personally, I feel that we should probably go to the 24 and let the voters decide who is in the seat after that, even if it is for a one-year shortened term. That's my own personal. I don't know what the rest of the board feels.
I agree with that, except unless I missed it somewhere, there's only a question, do we have to fill the seat by law?
I don't believe we have to fill the seat.
That's just a question.
Within 45 days, we can get sued for not having
Correct.
filled it.
We don't fill it.
Right.
So then we have,
Or we have to have the Supreme Court fill it.
okay,
Right.
that was my question.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess my reading of the correspondence with town council was not that we had a choice, but that it had to be March 24.
Well, that's how I
Okay.
read it too.
All right.
Well, I guess, no
I guess I
matter,
misinterpreted
we
it.
all agree that we would, that's the
It's
thing to do
24.
anyway.
It's 24, right? Yeah, regardless.
I also, spoke to somebody who might be interested, but they were off today and I didn't get a chance to talk to them today, so
Okay.
I don't know if we were gonna vote tonight or not, but.
Right. And I'm thinking that because obviously we're gonna be discussing names and every other thing, I think that we should probably go under C
Once we get to that point, yeah.
once we get to that point. But again, I wanna do as much in public as we can.
Yes.
But like I said, I think we're gonna fill it till 24, obviously, and then we'll put it on the ballot for 1 year. So I think as of now, with your addition, I have 5.
Okay,
Including 2 email correspondence, the 2 I reached out to, and then the one you reached out to,
okay.
so. But, okay. Anything else? Or-
I don't know.
Okay,
We
all right.
got that part settled.
Okay, so I think we go into non-public to discuss the candidates, and then we go from there.
Are we gonna, I'm not in favor of voting tonight. Are we just gonna discuss tonight and vote, make a determination next week or next work session?
I thought we said we were gonna meet again this week to make a,
We can, I mean, we can definitely hold an emergency meeting midweek. I guess my question would be, why not tonight? I just don't know, I'm just asking.
I guess depends how the conversation goes
Okay,
tonight. 'cause-
all right.
yeah.
All right, that's fine.
'Cause if we got 45 days, even though it was the next work session or the next meeting, it's not an emergency. It is, but it isn't. I mean.
Right, well, I say emergency meeting, but just
Yeah,
an off
We
meeting.
could see how the conversation, if it seems obvious,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
guess there's no need, but otherwise.
Okay.
And then it would also be good to talk to these people,
right,
I agree.
so,
right, to bring him in.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was a thought I had too.
almost like an interview type thing.
I
Yeah.
kinda thought the same thing.
Okay, and that's fine, we can do that, and maybe make that the off meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Given that at least some of the people that we're talking about are sitting in the room today,
Mhm.
we could also split it up and talk, we'll send everybody out, talk for a little bit, potentially call some people back in, talk some more, and then call it.
Guess we could
'cause
interview
now
the
we're at
ones that are
5.
here, that would shorten up the next meeting.
That's
yeah.
what I'm getting at. Now that we're at 5 people, then do, the remainder at a later date.
That's up to the board, I have no problem with
This
that.
would shorten that night up, I guess.
Yeah,
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 sure.
so,
And we could do it during, next select meeting, if we're down to 2 or 3.
that's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the point of the, tonight is to narrow it and go from there. So, okay, it's fine with me, if they don't mind sticking around. If they don't mind sticking around, okay. All right,
I don't believe I can go back on, it's gonna overwrite.
correct, yeah, we're not gonna be able to go back on, but we're still gonna stay in non-public after because,
I'm just saying, if you thought I was gonna hop back on, we can't.
Right.
no, I know, no, we can't do that, no. No.
Anything else, any other public business we want to do, or what's good?
I do have one bit. I was contacted by an employee and a resident in regards to you, Ms. Burdick, about spreading false rumors in town. I just want to make sure that we are unified in our discussions and we're talking accurately, that's all. So,
I don't think I've talked to anybody really,
but that was just a comment that, again, we have to make in public, so I just wanted to put that out there, so. But, okay, with that, we will go into non-public under RSA 91A3, Roman numeral 2C. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor? Yes, roll call, yes, okay.
Hold on.
Yep, no, we're good. We're holding.